Okay, this will be a review, or like a short critical analysis of a movie that I think is really, really, really stupid. So I just have to point out how stupid it actually is. So this is not really a review of the movie, more like me pointing out some plot holes and some mistakes in the writing. And I think everyone will agree. But it will be a bit confusing because I'm just, thinking as I go along. So maybe I will miss a few things and go back and forth. But I will try to illustrate everything I think about. So first thing first, this is the movie about Wesley Snipes, the hero. Here he is, who saves the day, right? A plane is captured and passenger 57, or maybe the terrorist is passenger 57. But either way, the movie is called Passenger 57. Passenger 57, something happens there. But Wesley Snipes saves the day because terrorists take over an airplane and he kind of gets it back. But let's see how he does it. First, let's meet the terrorist. He is at the plastic surgery clinic and he sees this doctor look at this clock in a nervous manner. So he kind of feels something is up. He also doesn't want to go under, so he will get a plastic surgery without any anesthetic. I don't know how that's possible, but apparently it's possible in this movie universe. So this guy actually looked at the clock because he knows that the FBI is coming, but we don't know why FBI is not there yet, right? So we know he's nervous. Why doesn't he tell this bad guy to wait in a room or something like that if he called FBI, or if FBI already planned this for a longer time? Then it doesn't make sense that this guy is even in the room with other people because he's a psychopath and FBI wants to capture him. It doesn't make sense that he's not in a waiting room, or maybe maybe all these doctors will be FBI agents if they set this up. So they definitely didn't set this up. They definitely got a call from this doctor, but then it doesn't make sense why the doctor invites him inside the clinic. Why not, why invite him into a clinic with weapons when you can tell him to sit in a waiting room alone and then let FBI arrive and then let everything sort itself out. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But he kills the doctor and he runs away, but the FBI still captures him. Later, FBI does something really, really stupid. See this guy? He is the psychopath who kills the doctor. And why does FBI really want him? Because he blew up 2 airplanes, killed a lot of passengers. He also blew up 3 train stations in London. And he blew these 3 stations up to escape. So he is blowing stuff up to escape all the time. And every time someone gets near him, like FBI or the police or whatever, he blows innocent people up to escape. And they are transporting him to LA in a passenger airplane with just 2 agents guarding him. These 2 guys. And of course, he also has friends because... Wait, why does he have blood on his face? He hasn't been shot yet, right? Wait. There he didn't have blood and now... This movie, my god. Yeah. Yeah, they're transporting this guy, this bad guy who has killed hundreds and hundreds of people in explosions on a regular passenger jet with 2 FBI agents. And of course he has friends. Of course, because how else would he blow up so many things if he didn't have a lot of friends in his gang? And this gang takes guns onto the plane, and they, of course, take over the airplane. But Wesley Snipes is on the airplane, and he sees a terrorist and captures him, as you see here. He's just randomly on the plane. He captures this terrorist. And he has a gun. The terrorist had a gun, so Wesley Snipes took it. But see what happens here. This bad guy, this psychopath who blew up 2 airplanes, actually 4, because, FBI thinks it's only 2, but actually it's 4. Maybe they also know it's 4, I don't know. he takes this guy as hostage because he needs a standoff with Wesley Snipes. Before that, he had the stewardess as hostage, who Wesley Snipes likes. And we're not really sure why he lets her go, or this woman, and then takes this guy as a hostage instead. But either way, he shoots him, and then he grabs this other woman, and then tells Wesley Snipes to drop his gun, otherwise he will shoot her too. And Wesley Snipes, he actually drops his gun, and then runs down into the luggage compartment of the airplane. And this also doesn't make sense. Why would you drop your gun and then try to run away from a group of terrorists on an airplane? Like, where would you go? You already know they killed 5 innocent people on the airplane. You already know that they know you are really strong and you've taken one of them capture. So they really, really want to kill you, right? Because they know that you can mess up their plans, and you're pretty handy and strong. So he just drops this gun and then runs to the elevator and goes down before they can shoot him. I don't know why they don't hit him, and I don't know why he has this plan instead of using this gun as the last method to escape. Maybe you could like shoot it out with the terrorist. Even if he killed like 2-3 of them, maybe the remaining passengers could get the last terrorist or something like that. At least like dropping your gun and running, there's no way to run. But here in this movie, there is somewhere to run, because they run down to the luggage compartment, take the elevator down, and nobody goes after them. So they're just all alone here. Again, this doesn't really make sense, but there's a bad guy here in the luggage compartment. And before attacking Wesley Snipes, he actually reveals himself as the bad guy and then attacks him. So that's of course a mistake, because then Wesley Snipes has time to get himself together and subdue this bad guy and take his knife or whatever. We actually never see the knife again. But yeah, that's his plan. The terrorists just leave them alone down there in the luggage compartment. They don't go after them. And this gives Wesley Snipes time to mess up the airplane. So now the airplane has to land because Wesley Snipes broke the fuel line. And we need to see something here. Finally, a terrorist goes down after them. Finally, after a long time, after they messed up the airplane. So now the terrorist plan is messed up and they have to land in a small airport. Finally, they send a terrorist after them. But look what happens. And you also tied this guy up instead of killing him. Look what happens. This terrorist has a gun, right? Now, probably half an hour after they went down there in the luggage compartment and messed up the airplane. Something happening. There. Okay, look. Now they're with the bags to this door, and they know there could be terrorists coming, right? Because they have not arrived yet, but they could arrive. And this terrorist, what does he do? He like pushes her away, and then tries to push him off the plane, and then slowly pulls his gun down, and then fights her. She's like a small woman. He's a huge guy, but he barely can. Doesn't make what it does, and it's not explained why he doesn't shoot them, right? He can just shoot them. Instead, he goes up to them and fights them, so they're both alive right now. And Wesley Snipes is alive, which is, of course, a huge problem. And this guy that he tied up before, the guy who revealed himself before attacking him, he's just, alive and fine and dandy. And that's actually a problem, because look at this. 3 of the terrorists from the plane go to the carnival. 3 are on the plane. I think it's 3-3. But Wesley Snipes go after them. And maybe I can find the scene. It's super stupid. There, he goes after them. Look at this. He just goes after them without a weapon or anything like that. He's just like following 3 terrorists around. It doesn't even, tell the cops to help him out or try to find a gun. Then this terrorist, he just sneaks up on him, and then instead of killing him, he kind of shoots another guy who just steps into the way. But I'm not even sure Wesley Snipes knew how he looked like, so he could just, go up to him and just shoot him in the back. At least gets closer to him. He didn't even notice him at all. He only noticed the main bad guy, because the main bad guy wanted him to notice, right? Him. So that this guy could go up to him and then shoot him in the back. But yeah, they failed that. And now, look at this. Right now, an innocent guy got shot in the back, right? Because after Wesley Snipes ran after these bad guys. But if you remember on an airplane, the bad guy, he took a passenger hostage to show Wesley Snipes that he needed to let go of his gun. And yeah, that guy is killed for sure. This guy in the carnival, we don't know. We're probably dead, right? He's at least shot in the back and fell down. And before that too, we have a flashback where we see that Wesley Snipes also got his wife killed. So this is 3 innocent people that Wesley Snipes got killed so far. But wait and see. So Wesley Snipes devises a plan, because these 3 terrorists on a plane, they want this main bad guy terrorist back onto the plane. So Wesley Snipes has a great idea. We put 2 snipers on the roof. Then we have 2 FBI agents escort this bad guy to the plane. See, these 2 snipers. And where are the 2 FBI guys? There, right there. They will escort him to the plane. When they open the door, then a SWAT team will storm the plane, right? And right as the door is being opened, this guy will be shot by these 2 snipers on the roof. So this plan, of course, doesn't make any sense, because why would you use snipers to shoot him in the head when these 2 guys could just have a gun, right? He could just have a gun, like pointed as he had, and shoot him. Why don't you need like 2 snipers just for this, just to shoot him? They also have a SWAT team under the stairs to the airplane, so right under there. So when they open the door, the SWAT team can jump up. Then these 2 cops could also shoot at the bad guys, and then that's the plan. And then the snipers could help them with shooting this guy and these terrorists that are running out of the plane. But actually, he doesn't need to be shot, because he should be wearing handcuffs. He's not. Why is he not wearing handcuffs? Because this movie is stupid. But he should be wearing handcuffs, and they're taking them off maybe. Yeah. But yeah, doesn't make sense. But either way, what happens is actually that these 2 snipers are killed by that guy who Wesley Snipes tied up in the luggage compartment. The guy who revealed himself before attacking Wesley Snipes. So that guy, he shoots the 2 snipers, and then he kills these 2 cops. At least these 2 cops, right? There. And he also shoots, some other people. Like this guy, he also shoots him, but only in the arm. He doesn't kill him, because, he's a good guy, so we don't want him to die. So now 2 snipers and 2 cops have been killed too, by the guy who Wesley Snipes tied up instead of killing. So now Wesley Snipes, in a way, have caused the death of 7 innocent people. Maybe 6, because this guy at the carnival is maybe not dead. But at least 6 innocent people. At least. There have also been other shootouts and other people who died. So actually, it's probably more. It's just I only remember those 6. And this movie is so stupid, so stupid. It's okay fun. It's not like it's not boring or anything like that. It's cool action. So if Wesley Snipes he jumps onto the plane, he crawls into the cockpit. Then she tries to investigate why the plane is turning around, and they are the 2 only guys left because I think Wesley Snipes, he killed this terrorist in the luggage compartment. He's planting bombs. So he goes up to the cockpit, and then instead of killing her, we know what happens when he doesn't kill terrorists, right? The last guy he didn't kill, he killed 4 good guys and shot a guy in the arm. At least, probably more. I just don't remember everyone. And yet he decides not to kill this terrorist. So what does he need to do if he doesn't kill her? He just knocks her out. Oh, I can't find the scene. Yeah, he knocks him out, and then he gives this guy a gun and tells him to guard her with the gun. And then he goes out after the last guy alone, even though they ask if they should help him. He says, no, I need to take him alone because he's mine. So this guy, he has a gun. Wesley Snipes doesn't have a gun. Wesley Snipes, she hasn't been knocked out yet. Yeah, there. Look. Yeah. And he takes him on alone, even though he has a gun. And they fight. Of course, this guy, he has a gun. So what happened? The gun went off and shoots a hole through the window in the door. And this hole causes the door to implode. It could be nice if I could find the scene. Probably. Nah, it's just, extra stuff. But it's pretty weird that a hole in the window at the plane door can cause the door to implode and then just fly off the airplane. But it does. You can see here. Now, it's only the window that's cracked. Only the window, nothing else. And now the door is imploding. And this makes sure that Wesley Snipes has a door he can kick the terrorist out of. So he actually survives this attack because of all these coincidences. And you can see he's about to die, right? He could have died there, and then the terrorist would be alone on the plane with a gun, and he could still explode the plane or crash the plane or whatever, or like kill at least some people, and probably save his girlfriend, right? Yeah. Instead, Wesley Snipes should just have used the gun and then killed him, and then returned after this girl. They could have tied her up, or maybe the co-pilot could have just held her around the neck or something like that if she woke up. Yeah. And then at the end, we see Wesley Snipes walk away with this stewardess. And actually, in the movie, we see them bigger a lot. Like, maybe 70% of their relationship is bickering. Maybe 80%. We don't actually see them flirt or anything like that, or like joke around. Mostly they're just angry at each other from the get-go. But at the very, very final scene, we see that Wesley Snipes has totally gotten with her. Like, now they're walking away together because they're somehow in love. But this relationship is not really set up because, whatever. Yeah, that's the movie. You probably didn't get any of this, but yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, and I tried to explain it, but I'm not good at explaining stuff, so it may be a bit weird. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I understand if people hate it. I also understand it if some people enjoy it for what it is, but because of all these plot holes, it's kind of hard to really fully enjoy as a movie. So it can be a guilty pleasure, a very, very guilty pleasure, but it's really, really stupid. It has some interesting pacing, and it's for sure fun enough to watch, but it's not a movie I could recommend. Yeah, that's all.